student had a question the other day that was similar to the following. What we had was a situation where we had two of these sort of barrel roofs intersecting each other. And I'm going to recreate that right now. Let's say move, rotate a copy. And I'm going to find the midpoint of these two guys here. And we're going to rotate a copy on around. So you can see in 3D this is what we have. Now I can go in and we can trim out these guys here. But we're still left with this problem of our roofs intersecting each other. Our walls are going straight through now, but now our roofs, we don't really need a roof in here. We've already got a roof above us. So I can kind of go in and try and trim back, but what you can see happens is the wall's just going to trim back to there, because remember we create these things using wall tool. So I'm going to undo that situation, return it back. Now here's what we can do. First of all, I'm going to go into my layers and I'm going to create a new layer called hidden, and I'll put it on a different intersection group here, say 2 or so, and we'll turn that on for now. And the second thing we'll do is we'll go into design and complex profile manager, and what you then want to do is create let's see here, a profile that we're going to be able to match to this profile, but have it extend down into here so that we can subtract this object out of this object here. So you can see here's the profile we want. It's called hidden wall. I just gave it that name. You can give it any name you want, really. And what I'm going to do is draw that wall in there. You can see what that looks like here is I've drawn this thick piece of wall that perfectly matches our existing barrel vaulted roof. You can see if we orbit, you can see there's kind of this fluttering thing when you know two objects are sharing the same 3D space. They kind of flutter like this. So we've got this wall here, and we also have our dome on the outside. Let's see if we can select that other thing. There we go. We have this object here and this object here. So let's go about subtracting this out of this. So go up to design. Let's go into 2D actually. No, let's leave it in 3D. That's going to be better. Oh, we're already inside. So it's design, solid element operations. First thing we're going to do is select this guy here. Notice we're under subtraction. This guy here is selected. This is going to be our target element, the thing we want to subtract out of. So we're going to left click up here and say get target elements. So it knows since this is selected and we click this, it says got and it's one target element there. Then we're going to select this guy right here, which is the thing we want to subtract out of this. So we'll say get operator elements. Now that we've got the operator and the target elements, we can now say execute. Doesn't look like anything happened, but we know this thing right here is on hidden, the layer called hidden, and so if we go into our layers and turn off hidden, you can see that it has taken with it part of this barrel vaulted roof. Now you can see we're left with a little problem inside there, and that this wall here, which is a roof, and this wall, which is a roof, are still interfering with each other, and that's because they're on the same layer and they have the same intersection group. So what I'm going to do is put this layer, or this guy right here, on say A wall interior, leave this one on A wall exterior, and I'm going to go into the layers and make A wall exterior, let's see here, let's make this, the interior layer, a 2, and we'll make this one a 1. And oh, we're we're still left with that. Let's see here. That's interior. Oh, let's try that again. Let's make exterior the higher number. Let's see what that does. Let's see here. Oh, exterior, we want that to be a 2. Click OK, and you can see now that exterior has the higher intersection group, we're now left with a clean surface on the inside there. So just a neat way of doing this. We'll probably still have to do the same thing over here if we wish. But I kind of got to go about these things in a roundabout way to get these unusual structures. So we're using complex walls and we're using solid element operations to get what we want, and some layers that are turned on and off. And notice it is important that those objects remain, because we don't want to go in here, say turn back on our hidden layer and try and delete this thing out of here, because that object needs to remain in there, because you can see we've got our roof back and we don't want that. So just an interesting way of going about doing things here. Let's turn that off.